That's the Monkeys. Of course, we've been joined by Big Ron Atkinson. Ron, how are you?
Very well, thank you, JR.
It's good. Thank you very much for coming in. It's good to see you.
Pleasure.
Do people always preface your name with Big?
No,
not always.
No.
But it used to be all the time, wasn't it, Big Ron Atkinson?
They do. They sort of latch labels onto you and things like that, don't they? I mean, you to me are always JR the Legend.
That's, you see how...
JR the Legend?
He knows his stuff. He knows how to sell a single.
No, hang on a bit. It's a double leg end.
The leg end. But he knows how to win you over, you see.
He does.
Ron, so what do you've got a single out. Now, this is an interesting development in your life, because I know you've got a bit of a voice on you.
Well, you should, because you set me on the road, you know.
No.
You won't remember this, I'll bet.
It's my fault.
Yeah. It's not your fault. You can take the credit.
OK, credit. That's
right.
a nice
good
way of
lad,
putting it.
Good
Okay.
lad. Always think positive.
What happened? I don't remember.
I did a show with you in Manchester about 2 years ago.
That's right. It was
now
Christmas
you know.
blooper show.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we got you to sing at the end.
I finished the show off for you, yeah.
Yeah, you came out and you had it was a kind of swinging Sinatra type sound.
Correct. Come fly with me. That was the one.
Come fly with me. Come. Let's do it together.
So you gave me the will to go on.
So you decided on the basis of that, and on the basis of my no doubt flattering reception, that you had a...
No, not really.
What did I say? Did I say anything?
No,
nice?
we did. No, you were very complimentary, very helpful.
Good.
Very, very, very helpful. Now, what happened? What really happened was about a few months ago, we did a few of the guys, Ali McCoy, a few of the boys, football boys, did a charity record, and then we wrote. My mate and himself wrote a couple of songs on the record. When we finished, they all get talking away and go, and I'm saying like. I used to love the Christmas week when it was sort of the Andy Williams era and Perry Club. That week, the special week, the tinsel week and whatever.
The tinsel week. I love tinsel. And that tinsel, you mentioning tinsel, marks you as fiercely working class.
Very much so.
Because tinsel is that you only really find tinsel in working class homes. I love a bit of tinsel, but you see tinsel is dying out.
Well, then we graduated to Turkey after that, but we did
hold on a second. Let's keep talking about tinsel for a second. Never mind your life and Turkey. Maybe we should get behind tinsel here. What do you think?
I think it'd be a big thing for the future.
Let's get behind tinsel. You and I, we could do it, can we?
Give tinsel a boost.
Give tinsel a chance.
Yeah. Let's give love a try.
Tinsel, not just for Christmas.
That was good.
What did he say?
Let's give love a try. Slipped in the name of the single.
Yeah, but it's got nothing to do with tinsel. Yeah, but that's why I left it. I'm
and
still
by the way,
focusing
it was
on
accidental, I might add.
Was it?
Oh, very much so.
You see, it's a phrase. It's already so deeply embedded in his psyche, he cannot not use it. So you decided to go ahead and with your friend, whose name I notice is Cedric Whitehouse.
Cedric Whitehouse.
Surely a made-up name.
No, a musician from Birmingham.
Who's called Cedric anymore? I've never actually met a Cedric. I tell you, the only time I've seen Cedric is in like the Beano.
Yeah, well,
and it's always the name for a toff in the Beano, or Whizzer and Chips. And it was Cedric.
Yeah. And Lord Snooty.
Lord Snooty was probably his first name was Cedric Snooty.
Cedric, correct. I think
is Cedric Whitehouse a poshie?
No. He's a musician and a typical musician. He lives almost as a recluse. Well connected, obviously, in the Birmingham area.
Almost autistic.
What?
A lot of musicians, they communicate via music. Yeah, I always thought a guy called Steve Naive, he was great, but, only recently has he come out of his shell and he's like 50 now.
Big mate of people like Stevie Gibbons and people like that.
Steve Gibbons band?
So, yeah.
So, and what does Cedric, does he prefer Cedric or Cedric?
I think he prefers Cedric. He likes it, actually. He does like Cedric. Oh, yeah.
Does he not shorten it to Ced?
Yeah.
Ced? Ced, you say?
Ced.
Or Rick, you could shorten it to.
Rick.
That would be the popular use, wouldn't it? Ricky.
Rick
no,
Whitehouse.
he prefers Ced.
Ceddy?
He would, if he was going to be a singer, he'd be Rick. But I think, as a musician, he likes the status Ced gives him.
Cedric is growing on me, The name. If I have any more, I might call one of them Cedric. Yeah, boy or girl.
You've amazed me, actually, there, Jonathan. Because I'd have laid money, you'd have called him Cedric. I'm only being serious.
What was that noise that came out of there as well? I thought, you know what? I thought
starting a car.
I thought that was your death rap. And I thought, isn't that terrible? Big Ron's final word was a joke that I can't say the letter R. On your tombstone it would say, I thought you'd go for Cedric. And people in the future used to go, what was he? Well, I'll be long forgotten. You'll be hailed as the hero you were. What was he on about? His famous last words, I thought you'd go for Cedric. Was he in a gay bar? So let's leave Cedric, push him to one side now.
Yeah.
Because he's, all right, he's important to this, but he's not the main focus. It's you, Ron.
Yeah.
You're singing. The single is called It's Christmas, Let's Give Love a Try. I would love to see you #1 for Christmas. That would delight me.
Be quite happy to be 201.
I would. Wouldn't that be great? It would be great. Never mind pop stars and all that rubbish.
We'd have a good party.
You'd have a great party, I imagine. I suspect you'd have a good party anyway.
Every chance.
We're going to play the single now, and I urge you, when your children ask for if they ask for Gareth for Christmas, They asked for Will. They asked for one true voice.
Yes.
That's the new boys band. Which, let's face it, sounds like only one of them can sing, doesn't it?
There's five of
It's a
them.
bit of an ill-judged name, I think. One true voice. Which one's
Why
the singer?
tell me, you're an expert on all these things. Why do people do Christmas records that have no sort of relation to Christmas?
I don't know. You know why? So the Muslims can enjoy them as well.
It's not, you could be right about tinsel.
You got your Muslim pop fan out there. He's going, yeah, I want something to tap my toes to. I want something seasonal. Don't buy into the Christian stuff. Don't believe in Santa. If he had a black face, I might be down with him. But, you know, how many black Santas do you see? You don't see many. I saw one in America once.
Did you?
He looked great. I tell you why. The black skin was beautifully contrasting with the snowy white beard.
Right.
Tell you what, years ago, you know, when I was at West Bromwich Albion, we had a few lovely big lads, black players, and we had big Cyril Regis. And he did the Christmas party for the kids. He was Father Christmas. And one of the lads went up, came back. He said, why has Father Christmas got dirty hands there?
A big Cyril, no doubt, rose above it.
Big
I like the sound of Big Cyril Regis.
He must have a Big Cyril Regis.
I know the name.
He was the man.
Yeah.
The main man.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to hear, this is Ron Atkinson's debut single. It's a Christmas single. It's called It's Christmas, Let's Give Love a Try. It was written by Ron with Cedric Whitehouse. I think if you need no other reason to buy it, I think it's to give Cedric a look in the charts.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is Big Ron in action.
Snowflakes falling all around. Sleeping children make no sounds. Rudolph's frosty breath weaves patterns in the sky. It's Christmas, let's give love a try. All is still, hear the church bells around the world, the sound of Noel. Tell the people on love they can rely. It's Christmas, let's give love a try.
The presents that we share this Christmas come wrapped with all the love in our hearts. So hold each other close, it's love that means the most. Lots of love on Christmas Day.
All is still, hear the church bells around the world, the sound of Noel. Tell the people on love they can rely. It's Christmas, let's give love a try. Christmas morning, bright new stars, a brand new feeling to warm your heart. Love's the only thing money cannot buy. It's Christmas, let's give love a try. Let's give love a try.
Let's give love a try.
Let's give love a try.
Let's give love a try.
Let's give love a try.
Let's give love a try.
I'm going on record here. That's my choice for Christmas. That is my choice for Christmas. Okay? The kids at home, my kids at home are now scared. But that's the record I'm going to be playing Christmas morning. I'm taking it away with me where we're going on holiday, and we're going to play that Christmas morning.
Top man.
You know what I like about it, Ron? You got sleigh bells at the beginning.
Yeah.
Lovely.
That's what you want to hear.
Yeah.
You're right. You don't want to hear
Sleigh bells,
scratching. You
a little
want
bit of that tinsel.
You give them all a name check. There's some children sweeping.
Yeah.
You've got Rudolph.
Yeah.
Frosty
Rudolph.
Brattons with his
Who-
frosty...
Rudolph?
Yeah, all right, thank you.
He's got frosty breath.
He's an
though.
Italian footballer, Rudolfo. It's a nice piece of work. Congratulations. Was it fun doing it, mate?
Yeah, we had a right laugh. Yeah, I mean they've got a video, and would you believe they got me around in the video going around with what was originally in the script as scantily clad women. I would not have that.
No, I'm glad you didn't.
I don't.
No.
They had to wear football shorts.
You had them in the dressing room. So you've got... Are they done up festively?
Oh, very, very. All in red and white gear.
Red and white gear.
kit.
Fur trim?
Fair. Oh, they're fair.
And what about the outfits?
They're all right as well.
You know what? Suddenly I'd like to stop and consider that for a second. OK, let's resume. Normally, I suppose back in your footballing days, Christmas was a working period, wasn't it? 'Cause
Yeah, it was
matches
actually.
go on.
Yeah. And in fact, I used to play on Christmas Day. Used to play Christmas Day and Boxing Day. Fortunately for footballers, now the Christmas Day thing's out, but obviously it's a very busy period. You know, they've got about 4 games. They'll have about 4 games in maybe a week.
Because presumably, though, you know, you'd have to keep the training right up to date on that, and then so you can't relax and like everyone else does. We all use Christmas as an excuse to overindulge a bit.
Yeah, very often, you know, you'd be travelling on a Christmas Day. I mean, if you've got an away game, you'd probably go into the ground in the morning, do a bit of light training. Maybe, depending how far you got to go, maybe if you got a tolerant manager who'll let you go home and have Christmas lunch with the family, then you'd be back in the afternoon on a coach going somewhere, particularly if you got to go up north. You know?
Wow.
Oh, it was a hard life.
Well, I used to do a bit of bar work around Christmas.
Yeah.
I used to work Christmas. Didn't have to train, obviously, but, you know.
You working this? I'm working this Christmas as well.
What are you doing?
I'm doing the television on Boxing Day, and I've got three days' work, I think, over Christmas.
I tell you what I like, Ron. I like the way you talk about it. You say doing the television. That's great. I'm doing the television. That's brilliant. Because you've got a list of jobs. Obviously, I'm doing the television, I'm doing the radio, I'm doing the lunch, I'm doing the singing. It's a good, honest approach to life. Everything's the same. But you're a popular man on TV now, I guess. I mean, you're sort of, because I know they were after you for They Think It's All Over Christmas special.
Yeah, unfortunately, that would have been fun because I've done it a couple of times, as you know, and
It's
I've
always good
enjoyed
fun,
it.
isn't it? Yeah.
I've enjoyed it with your good self, with your very good self.
Thank you very much.
But unfortunately, fortunately, we've got a programme on Monday night, for a football programme anyway, so we can't do that.
For the BBC?
No, for the ITV.
Oh, well, we won't talk about it then.
No, we won't, but we will.
Is it the Prem?
The Premiership.
But they call it the Prem, don't they?
I don't know. We call it the Premiership.
People call it the Prem, and
they
I don't.
don't. I have heard people call it
As
the
it
Prem,
happens,
and I
I've never
disagree with
ever. To be fair, I have to. You're outnumbered here.
Yeah,
I've never
That's
heard it
because
called
you haven't
that.
got many gay friends. all of my gay friends say, "Oh, la la, I must catch the Prem."
Oh, well, hang on a bit. Are we talking the same
look
thing
at
here?
the
We were
legs
talking
on
football.
that Fernando Rio. Oh, that Thierry Mugler, he's a good player. No, it's Thierry Henry, isn't it? All right, okay.
Henry.
I'm thinking football, I'm talking fashion. But football's such a... I know you've no doubt been asked before and dealt with before, but it always amazes me when I talk to people who've worked in the footballing world over the years, the difference between the game now and the game back in the 60s, especially, or the 50s, for goodness sake, the money involved, the level, the profile of the players, it's a whole different world, isn't it?
Yeah, I think, in the 50s and 60s, you could play your game and you could go in a pub at night, on a Saturday night, for instance, have a drink with people that have been at the game, and it wouldn't be a problem. Now, the players are so far detached, and, like the mega players couldn't really do that. I mean, they've actually now, I think the top footballers have taken over, if you like, as the pop stars.
Yeah, they have really.
I think they're the epitome of their kids' idols and everything.
I'm surprised no one's done like a soccer idol show. I'm surprised they haven't done a show to try and find like the football star. Hey, let's make me and you.
That's a shout. What a shout.
Let's do it.
I've had one or two idol soccer players, but not soccer idols.
Hey, he's already written the opening link for the show. That's how he gets so much work on the television.
Oh, yes.
On the telly.
That's why he's in demand. He's doing the telly on Boxing Day. Let's have another track. Well, should we have something to take us up to the news?
Yeah, we can take something up to the news.
And we'll talk to Ron some more afterwards. What should we play?
Bit of Four Tops.
Lovely. Now, I know a little bit about your football career, Ron. That's the Jam, by the way. You a Jam fan?
I like strawberry.
Yeah, I thought as soon as I say that, he's going to make a joke about toast or strawberry or raspberry. The little I know about your football career, for some reason I knew you were involved with the West Bromwich Albion, because a friend of mine, Frank Skinner, he's a devoted West Bromwich Albion fan.
Oh, well, he'll be on pins today, won't he? Because they've got their big one today.
Who are they?
West Bromwich against Aston Villa.
And is that kind of like their teams when they go up against each other?
Tell you what, I've been manager of both teams, and I've taken part in that game, and I tell you, it is like Vietnam. Oh, there'll be some hostility there today.
And the palm coming in.
Oh, I tell you
Ron
what.
Atkinson walking out. I love the smell of the palm in the morning.
We're back to the Ride of the Valkyries again.
Frank Skinner comes over on a small helicopter.
Hey, there'll be shrapnel. He'll stay.
Dropping puns.
He'll stay out the way today, Frank. Yeah.
It'd be a good match then today, wouldn't it?
It'll be a smashing.
And
match.
where would you watch that from? Do you go and see these matches live when you used to manage them, or what do you do?
Well, when you manage,
Of course
you
you
do.
do.
When you
No, I
manage
mean,
it.
teams you used to manage.
Yeah.
Do you still go back down?
Sometimes, but mainly I go and watch it on the telly.
Yeah, you watch it on the telly. When he's not doing the telly, he's watching the
Watching on
telly.
the telly.
But it must be exciting, I would have thought. You must still feel still some sort of involvement with those teams, even though the players were different.
Yeah, I mean, I live in the area, so I know what's like West Bromwich got promoted last year. I know where I live is a big, there's a lot of West Bromwich fans in that area, so they are well keen. You could sense the enthusiasm coming from there, and they will be looking forward to going to Aston Villa today. Hoping, and they need it, to be fair, both teams need a result, but they'll be hoping to try and put one over Aston Villa.
The thing I don't understand about football, well, one of the many things I don't understand about football, is the way, when you have so many players who've come from other parts of the world and other parts of the country even, how the fans still feel that level of commitment to them and feel like they're their team.
Yeah, I think when they play well, I think people say you want a team of local lads, which ideally would be the perfect
Wouldn't
scenario.
that be great?
It'd be the perfect scenario.
When I used to go and see, I think I went to sort of 2 football games when I was growing up. I went to see Leyton Orient play, and they were local to me, and I went to see Leytonstone play.
Yeah.
And there wasn't even a division invented that they could be in. They were essentially, it's like,
It's
I
middle-aged.
came
It's
in, I was like
middle-aged.
9, I came in wearing a vest on a bike, they tried to get me to go in goal. They were that level of skill.
by the way,
there were 7 people in the audience, I think. The crowd, sorry, that's what I'm saying.
That used to be the thing, though, the worst player went in goal. We'll have kick-off, you can have him.
It was the only time I've seen a so-called professional match and they actually had jumpers for goalposts. But you still love the game, I'm sure.
Brilliant. I mean, I'm lucky, really, because I can watch... I watch the top league games, with my commitment with the television, and I also get the icing on the cake, which is for me the European matches. Big I love that, the big European nights.
What's the best game you've ever been to? Is there one?
There's not one you can define. There was a match in the World Cup, because I've also been to about 6 World Cups working on television, and there was one in '82. France played Germany in the semi-final. I think that is probably the best game I've ever seen.
Well, the best quality football or the excitement?
Excitement, quality, top quality. I mean, the French had a great side and really should have won. It's a game the football followers will remember as the German goalkeeper, Schumacher, by the way, and they don't know, he still came out.
He drives cars.
He did, yeah. Well, I know. Well, he was cheating.
He's multi-talented.
He was the goalkeeper, come flying out and flattened, absolutely buried one of the French players. And
illegally, this was bad.
Oh, very illegally, and should have been sent off, didn't, and that changed the course of the game. The game is remembered for that particular incident, but as a game, it was terrific. Played in Seville, and it finished about midnight. And it was about 100 degrees as well. Wow. It was raw, but great night.
Exciting time.
Yeah.
You know what I'd like to see? When the World Cup was on last year? Was it last year? It was early this year.
Yeah.
Those adverts to get you excited about football and presumably sell football boots or something.
Yeah.
And there was one game they had where they were playing in what appeared to be the hold of a ship.
Oh,
and Elvis
yeah.
was playing.
Yeah.
And they were kicking the ball over their head and then they smashed the ball. Why isn't football like that?
That would be good. That was the Cantona.
In a cage.
Yeah.
I would go and watch it in a cage,
yeah.
so you could cheer from above, and then the team that gets lost, you can choose one to be killed. And you, Ron Atkinson, could be like Caesar, because you look good with some laurels around your head, and thumbs up or thumbs down.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah. And the other one, we've often thought, amongst ourselves, talking about having an alternative sports programme, and it would go something like the proper football match, when somebody misses a goal, the commentator's standard line normally is, he'll be disappointed with that. But really, and you'd have to be on after midnight, you'd give it, what the is he doing?
Yeah.
And the alternative...
Why doesn't someone do the gloves off football show? That's what they want.
Yeah, you would do. You get a massive audience for one show.
Because when David Seaman messed up the goalkeeping in the World Cup, I was watching Gary Lineker and those guys on BBC One, and they all went, well, it's a tough out there and it's hard and, he does a good job. And you just knew what they were thinking, you ponytailed twat. That's what they were thinking, isn't it? You arse. You've not just let yourself down, you've let the country down, you've let the goalkeeping industry down, the people who make the gloves, the boot manufacturers, the turf layers, you've let us all down. The man who...
I was one of the few people, by the way, that thought it was an absolute fluke.
What, the goal was?
Yeah, I thought it was a fluke, but a lot of people think the fella intended it.
Well, let's see. So we've got 2 ideas that we're going to pitch to the nice young folks off the telly. Yeah. Ron Atkinson's True Life, the alternative sporting commentary show.
Yeah.
Okay. And Soccer Idol.
That's the one.
Where you and me go to impoverished parts of the emerging world
Kensington and places
abduct
like that.
talented children from their parents under cover of darkness to find the football stars of tomorrow. You bring the sack, I'll bring the sweeties.
Oh, don't mention sack to me.
Ron, it's been a pleasure seeing you today. Have a lovely Christmas. I hope that it's Christmas. Let's give love a try. Ron's single, which was delightful early on, that he wrote with the charming Cedric.
Cedric Whitehouse.
Cedric Whitehouse. Let's hope that goes to number one. If not number one, let's see if we can get the weight of Radio 2 behind it, put it in the top 10.
Top man.
Let's do it. Come on, we can do it.
Yeah, go out today.
It's called It's Christmas. Let's give love a try. Ron, I'm sure we'll see you popping up on the telly over Christmas.
Yeah.
Have a great break, though, a lovely holiday, and enjoy the football today.
Same to you. Thanks very much.
Take
Cheers.
care. Bye-bye.